Earth Day is a holiday celebrated worldwide, where people gather from all across the globe to discuss environmental issues and raise awareness. Believe it or not, it wasn't always that way. Earth Day is a relatively new holiday, only being celebrated in the past 50 years. So how did Earth Day come about? Well, that's what we're going to explore right now. Before the 1960s, most people didn't know about environmental issues. It was only shortly before that fossil fuels and other pollutants had been used in such high amounts. And for that reason, pollution had never been an issue up until that point. It wasn't until 1962, when this book was released called Silent Springs, that people began to realize the glaring environmental issues. One of these people, U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson, had the idea to start a nationally recognized Environmental Awareness Day, which is known today as Earth Day. Senator Nelson will now tell us how he organized the actual Earth Day event.
I was inspired by the anti-war movement in 1969 and used that energy and directed it into the environmental awareness and the actual Earth Day event itself. I went to the media and called a national Teach It on the Environment. I couldn't take on the organization of the entire event alone, so I persuaded Pete McCloskey to be my co-chairman and Dennis Hayes to be the national coordinator of the event.
We planned to scale this event greatly, and therefore we were going to need a much greater team to pull this off. So I put together a national staff of 85 people to promote the event and get the word out. We went to radio stations, magazines, and even newspapers in order to publicize the event at a much greater level.
On April 22nd, 1970, over 20 million Americans across the country went to the streets protesting with banners and signs. Colleges, universities, and schools all united to protest for a mutual goal, to improve environmental issues and for changes to be made. Many protesters were advocating specifically against issues such as oil spills, polluting factories, toxic dumps, pesticides, and extinction of wildlife.
Our goal is not just an environment of clean air and water and scenic beauty. The objective is an environment of decency, quality, and mutual respect for all other human beings and all other living creatures. Earth Day was a huge success. It was a gamble, but it worked.
Earth Day received an unusual amount of political alignment. It received great support from both Republicans and Democrats, and by the end of 1970, Earth Day led to the establishment of the United States Environmental Protection Agency. It also led to the passage of acts such as the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, and the Endangered Species Act.
Earth Day of 1990 contributed greatly to recycling efforts worldwide and helped to institute the 1992 United Nations Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro.
Earth Day in 2000 was scaled up once again, now including 184 countries and over 5,000 environmental groups. Earth Day 2010 was another huge success, and it launched the world's largest environmental service project, A Billion Acts of Green. Each year gains more and more traction as environmental issues become more prevalent. Earth Day 2020 will mark its 50th anniversary and is anticipated to be the largest event yet.
Earth Day is now the largest secular observance in the world. It is celebrated by over 1 billion people every year from across the globe. Although many protests still occur every Earth Day regarding the environment, Earth Day has now shifted to a holiday where people unite to make the world a cleaner and better place. Millions of people do their part by collecting trash, cleaning our oceans, and planting trees. All these efforts work together to improve our environment so that it, in turn, ourselves and our planet to make a better future.
Hopefully you learned something new about Earth Day. Tune in next time. But for now, thanks for watching.